visitors and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
5-2 is Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Let's go. 30 base. Watching the grind. Yo, 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 yo.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here 1st and 10. And now the throw taken in by Chark.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's good for Jacksonville. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now King operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll field this at the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Landry, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing again. Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Daniels. Caught by Allen. And we'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now it's Bird on the return. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. King from the gun, he'll throw. This is caught. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They'll come out in the pistol. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. On 4th down, King. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
60 or 64.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 1-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. To throw from his end zone, Daniels. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing.
Let's go. At their own 39-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First and 10 at the 38.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Jaguars nothing.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. King. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
King now from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing. Greystone, Travis.
Looking to throw. Daniels. It's Hill. Complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Gordon. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on second down. Daniels for Keenan Allen. That's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Throwing on first down. Daniels complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. He's going to let it go deep. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
53, check 53. You don't want nothing to go.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, here's Fournette. And an alley to run. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
To throw on 3rd down. Daniels trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Looking to throw. King. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Leonard Fournette. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 4 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. They complete it to Hill. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from something.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. To throw is King. Operating from the gun. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, 31 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 76 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Fournette. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's King. Off-play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They will run with Graham. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, 97 yards. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try.
Go! 5. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Shift. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check safety. Kill. Check. Check the backer. Check 37. Check. Watch the shift. Hey. Watch the shift.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
Kill. Check 43. Slam.
Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the run?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
They will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 39 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that will put them on top here in the third. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Come get some. Come on.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back now in Jacksonville. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now King, off the play fake. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got it. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. This is Gordon. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Daniels. And that will be incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Looking to throw. King. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. King. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 38-yard line.
Ready to break. 53 is the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Smooth. Ready.
Off the play fake. Daniels. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You better be afraid of me.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Gordon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Recon, 152 fighter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Daniels. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Chargers' 42-yard line.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.